Hey there, people. I've always wanted to have my own studio space, recording space, but I ain't never had room for it until now. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my setup and tell you about some of the equipment that I use. And I'm also setting this space up for something that I'm explaining a little later in this video, so stick around. So this is a space before I moved all my equipment in or anything. It's pretty good size, but we'll be putting in a drum set and adding some other hefty guitar amps and stuff as well. The kit that I'm going to be setting up is a Pearl Roadshow kit. I got it because I don't know how to use the fake drums, that are on the computers and whatnot. I'd rather just mic up see, look, there it is right there. I'd rather mic up that kit and play it than me try and figure out how to use a computer. Humans are better. For the projects I've used it on so far, it's worked perfect. Y'all didn't come here to watch me put together a drum kit, so let's get to the meat and potatoes. What's on the desk? Speakers that I use, I don't know how to pronounce it. They're called Klishp, maybe. I don't know how to say that. They're not real studio monitors. They're just speakers that I stole from one of my friends. They work perfect for the projects that they've been used with. They sound good to me. They sounded good to the people who were listening, so they work perfect. Second most important thing is going to be the computer. Actually, it's not even second important. It's just, I could probably do this without the computer. But I use a Dell laptop. It's got like 16 gigabytes of RAM, so anything that I put through it, it can handle it. The DAWs that I use is Waveform and Studio One, which I use Traction mostly for mixing and mastering. And I use Studio One for MIDI tracks. But if you'd like a video on how I do that stuff, comment below and I will try and get to those. So for recording, I use a Tascam Portastudio, and this model has like 8 inputs, has stereo output, has a headphone output, but it's perfect for what I'm wanting to do. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. I'm not good at using a DAW or interfaces. I've recorded anything from just acoustic guitar to a full Motown band. Everything that's been put through it sounds great. And the reason why I say I don't need a computer is because I can use the Portastudio. I can mix with it. I can master with it. I can also burn CDs with it. So my middleman at the moment is a PreSonus Studio 24C interface. I have it plugged into my laptop with a USB-C, and I have outputs from that going to my speakers, and I also have an input going from the Portastudio into the interface, so I can just turn one volume knob and get sound coming through the speakers. The mics that I use is just one of those blue mics. I couldn't tell you the model name, but what's really cool about it is it's all black. But I use it mainly to record acoustic instruments. I have done some vocal with it. I've mic'd amps with it. Second mic is one of those Sterling condenser mics. I used that one for vocals, and I also used it to record a brass section one time, and all of it sounded great. I also use C2 diaphragm mics. I have a pair. I use those for room mics, drum mics, amp mics. They've also been used for acoustic and bass, but those are kind of like my use for anything mics. All of them are perfect for what I'm using them for, so Another thing on the desk that I forgot to mention is the MIDI keyboard. It's a MPK Mini Play. I don't know how to play the piano, but it works perfectly for just adding in some filler instruments. Like the most recent thing that it was used on was an original song of mine, and I wanted an accordion, so I just played the accordion part on the MIDI keyboard and just ran it through Studio One. As far as amps go, I have a PV Special 130. I use that mainly for like small gigs. I'll use it in the studio a little bit. I also have a Fishman Loudbox Mini. I like that because it has Bluetooth as well. That's my main gigging amp, but it works perfect in the studio because I can give it just a little, the acoustics, a little bit of the quackiness of the pickup, I guess. I also have some other amps that I mainly use for recording, but other than that, I'll plug a guitar straight into that Porta Studio and get a good tone out of that. One thing that I should mention that I forgot to put in this video is my second computer. That is used specifically for burning CDs. It burns them pretty quick, but I'm burning them because I set up the space to kind of be like a label hub, kind of. Y'all can make fun of me for that one, but I'm trying my best. The plan is to get people in here, record, mix it, master it, and put it onto the computer, which is to my right, and I can be cranking out CDs, custom CDs, and ship them out as orders. So this is the studio after getting everything set up, and this is a perfect spot for me work-wise, and it's a perfect video spot as well. It's allowed me to be more organized in doing this stuff. If you've made it this far, you might want to see more studio stuff. If you would, put it in the comments. I'll get to it and I'll start making some studio videos. But also, video, I'll put it right here. This video, I make a song in an hour, but I use all the studio equipment, and you can kind of see how my process goes of recording in this small room setup. But thanks for watching. Come back again, subscribe and like. Have a good day.